Guys, Bearded Vapor 99. Had a friend start vaping a couple weeks ago. He's got one vape shop near his house. Wasn't real helpful to him. He's trying to learn how to get into rebuildables. So he's been texting me, contacting me on Instagram, trying to get everything figured out. And he's done a couple builds. You know, pretty good first start builds, I have to say. He's getting pretty good vapor production, but I told him I'd try to do a video, kind of make sure, you know, show him everything that I've learned in the 10.5 months that I've been doing it. Like I said, you know, I'm almost 11 months without a cigarette whatsoever. So I told him I'd show him how to do a build. And for people that are just starting out, you don't have to have a lot of stuff. If you don't, you can still build. If you've got a little pair of needle nose pliers, you know, you don't have to get the big pair, just a little tiny pair for a little pocket needle nose pliers. If you can get a little pair of cutters from an arts and crafts store, Walmart, I found these at actually. A little screwdriver, which I got, I think, in the tool section of Walmart for like $1.50, somewhere around there. Just something that's got, you know, your Phillips and your flatheads on it, because depending on what type of rebuildable atomizer you got, you might have flathead screws or Phillips. And then you've got your wire, which for the purpose of this video I'm going to do 26 gauge. And then I suggest, if you're first starting to wrap, if you have a 3/32 to an 1/8 inch drill bit, 5/64, somewhere around there, that'll work. Or if you don't have that, you can use a toothpick, or if you got them, Q-tips. I just cut one end of the Q-tip off because there's actually some little ridges that hold the cotton on there. When you go to build, basically easiest way, you're going to take your wire, come a little bit past to whatever you're wrapping on. You're going to hold it there with your finger. When you come around back by your finger, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some people call it a 6 wrap. Some people call it a 6-7 wrap. Like I said, this is just a real basic build, nothing major, nothing fancy, just to get you going, vaping, blowing clouds a little bit. Really good vapor production. Something besides what you're used to from either an Ego style ATOMIZER or even the Aspire Nautilus, something like that. Which, if you got the Aspire Nautilus, that's one of the better ones out there as far as the ones with the replaceable coil heads. So I wrapped it 6 times around there. You take your pliers, you want to hold it on one side and grab it with your pliers on the other, or grab whatever you're wrapping on with the pliers, and you want to push those wires together. You're going to take them, you're just going to push them together like that. That helps you get started on making what they call a micro coil. And you're going to take it, you're going to go ahead and cut your excess off. Okay? And I just dropped my screwdriver. But you're going to go on your atomizer. I don't know if you can see it. There's 3 little holes on each one of these posts. There's a hole on each post. Your 2 outside posts are your negative post. Your middle one's your positive. You're going to take your wire. And you'll have to excuse me, my vision's not that great, especially in low light conditions. You're going to take that wire, each one of those legs. You're going to run one side through the negative posts. And you're going to run one side through the positive posts. And when you get it going, you've got it positioned. You've got 2 wires going through, one on each one of the posts. Now hold on, let me grab my screwdriver. Sorry about that. Okay, got your screwdriver. You're going to screw down your negative post, but you want to go ahead and try to leave that positive post open for the other side when you do your coils. Go ahead and, if you can, push your wire to the side. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the wire off of the negative post because I'm done building with that post. So that's off. Now all I've got is a 1 wire from the positive post. Okay. Same thing, I've already got one other coil built for the other side. So we take that, and I'm going to go ahead and remove this right here for now. Oh, tighten up my coil. You can see my coil is not that great right there. I'm just going to tighten it up just a little bit. Push it together. And like I said, I'm not the best builder, but it gets the job done. It does what it needs to do, and it keeps me off of cigarettes. So, okay, so we take the other side. Same thing. Run 1 wire through your negative post, 1 wire through that positive side, and of course it's not going to cooperate with me. Okay, we're through. Sometimes you might have to just fiddle with it a little bit to get the wire to cooperate. Go ahead and screw down your negative post again when you got those wires through. Okay, I'm going to cut off my excess off of the negative right now just to give me a little area to see better. So now I've got wire coming off both sides of my positive post. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I like where my coils are lined up, which in this will work. Tighten down that positive post. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut off my excess wire. You want to be careful not to actually cut your coils, because if you do, you're back to square one building again. And I cut off my excess. Sometimes nail clippers work a little better. Sometimes you can get in there a little easier. Okay, I've got my 18650 battery to go in my mod. We're going to put it in there. Okay, bottom is your negative side, top's your positive. Positive side always goes up towards the atomizer. Okay. And I'm going to have to do a little positioning of this coil, or not the coil, sorry, the battery piece, because it started coming out. It's been a little while since I've used this mod. This is actually a Brass King I'm Proof Edition clone I've got. Copper contacts, which if you can get a mod with copper contacts, in my opinion, copper works better than most of the other ones. A lot of people like the silver plated ones. If I can get just the copper, I'm good to go. You're going to take it, you're going to pulse your coils, and they should start glowing, which they're barely glowing, you can't really see. Let me turn off that light real quick. So you can see I've got a little work to do because they're not glowing evenly. So as I'm pulsing them, when they're still hot, I'm going to squeeze my coils together. That's going to let me, they're going to get hotter a little quicker, and it's going to basically just work better. And it's not wanting to work, hold on. I'm just used to a lot more heat and stuff depending on what you're using. I typically do around 4 wraps, but I go pretty low sub ohm, sometimes around a 0.2. If you can, just kind of fidget with them, make sure you like where your coils are at. You want them to burn pretty good, you want them to be pretty even. I may just not be getting a good connection with this battery. Hold on. I've got a little bit of battery rattle on this mod, so we're going to position it a little more, try to get it better. Okay, so we're glowing. Okay, so far I've used organic cotton. It seems to be the best. Don't know if you can read that. Organic cotton balls. I got those from CVS. You can get some from Walgreens. I don't know if Walmart has it. You just kind of start to unroll your cotton. You're going to get a piece about 2 or 3 inches long. Break it off. Try to tear it right down the middle. Okay. Then you twist it. That's going to let you get started. You're going to feed it through your coil, which, like I said, I'm having a hard time seeing. Okay, when you get it fed, starting to feed through, what you want to do, you kind of twist it. You can get the cotton to cooperate a little better when you pull it through there. You want there to be just a little bit of play. You don't want it to be super tight or you're going to choke out your coil and you're going to get dry hits like crazy. Okay, we've got it pulled through. You can either cut flush with the edge or come out a little past. Cut it off. Same thing on the other side. Try to tuck it down in your atomizer. And one side wicked. Take your other piece of wick. Get her going. Sometimes you have to twist it a few times to get it to the diameter where it'll feed through. And sometimes if I can't get it right one way, I'll go through the other. We'll pull it through. Cut off the excess. Tuck it in the atomizer. And honestly, sometimes if you wet it, you'll have a little bit easier time getting it to go, you know, how you want to position it. So you just take your juice and you wet it and get it about where you like it. Make sure you like how your wicking is. You want to try to push all your wicking that you tucked in your atomizer under the coil. That way you'll still get your airflow from your air slots in your atomizer. So like I said, it's never meant to be a center post build. It's not even the best looking build. But it will get you started, and the more you practice, the better you'll get. We're going to hit it, see how it does. I've got something wrong with this thing, I guess, because it's not cooperating with me. If you ever run into that, check to make sure that all your posts are still tight. I must really have a dead battery. Hold on. Let me switch batteries real quick. Okay, we're going to try again. I've got a 18650 MNKE top, bottom. Top always goes up towards the atomizer. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay. So make sure, every once in a while I'll run into issues with my wick keeping the cap from going on. So I have to fidget with it again. Okay. And we're vaping, folks. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If it helped you or not. Like I said, I'm still new to YouTube videos. I've got a few reviews coming up. So feel free to comment, share, let people know. Follow me on Instagram at beardedvapor99. And we'll see y'all later.